It's time.
Sure is.
Here on the D-pad, I'm Rick.
And I'm Peter.
This is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Post-game.
Post-game, where we are heading up against the Elite Four. It's actually happening this time. It's funny. I don't know if it will have happened yet, but I just fought Bugsy in Heart Gold, which involved a lot of Rollin' Rock, my Geodude. And we're going up against Aaron, and I think I'm going to be starting with George Dude.
Yep.
Because he's got Sturdy, he's got the good Sturdy, and he should, I think, resist bug moves, and also Rock is super effective against bug, and also a couple of bugs' alternate types sometimes are equally weak.
That's good.
I have the first match teams up. These will obviously not be accurate for what the second team looks like.
Yep.
But this is
a reminder of what you've already faced.
Yeah. So the idea is to give me a bit of a gist of what I might see.
Yeah.
Obviously, these teams change, especially. I think there's more change. I could be wrong with this. I'm assuming there's more changes between the first and second time than the second and third time.
I believe, yes, there's changes between the first and second time, and the second and third time is basically the second team with better levels.
Yeah.
Unless I'm pretty sure that I took a peek at those.
Well, because the big difference is in the post game you get the National Pokedex, and therefore they also have access to, they have the access to the, how many are there? 430 as of Gen 4, I think. 438 Pokemon, as opposed to just the 100 and whatever that were in this one before. Oh boy. Okay, but yeah, first up it's going to be Aaron. We got George Dude, we've got Hugo, and Dampy is just good. And I think these are going to be our main dudes up front for the start. We've also got Goblin Hole. We've got because John's one surviving Pokemon on my team deserves to come along for the ride.
Yeah. And
I don't have water coverage anywhere else, so it's just good to have. Montgomery, who has been proving himself more and more over the recent post-game. Snow Warning is going to probably come in pretty handy in one or two spots.
Snow Warning is pretty useful.
Yeah.
If you want to just be like, I don't like that battlefield.
Yeah.
New battlefield.
And then Delmar bringing up the rear. Just because if I need someone to come in and just be an assassin, Delmar is great at that.
Yeah, as long as he can get the hit off before the other Pokemon.
I got my Bash Brothers, George and Delmar. George Dude on the front lines as usual. Delmar hiding out the back, waiting for a moment to strike. Delmar is definitely not coming out against a bug-type trainer. Neither is Montgomery. These two are kind of circumstantial moments, and these two are going to be our mains. I'm a little surprised myself that I'm bringing Hugo into this. Hugo seems feels weird. I don't think I've ever really liked Ponyta and Rapidash enough to bring them in, but every generation of these padlocks, I have a Pokemon who kind of shows up and endears themselves to me.
Yeah.
In a way where it's you know what? You ain't so bad.
It's funny. I had
shout out to Whelp again.
I had never had a strong love for Ponyta. I wasn't against Ponyta Rapidash.
It just was very boring to me.
Yeah, but Sword and Shield rolled around.
Yeah.
And the variant, the My Little Pony,
the Galarian
Ponyta
versions actually really, I liked those a lot. I thought those were very cool.
That was, I believe,
much less boring.
on my champion team for that.
Oh, nice. And those are Fairy type, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Fairy type is also just busted as hell when you know how to use it right.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, so these are our mains. George, I'm going to try to keep out for as much of this battle as I can, just because he's the best suited for it if I can keep him at full. I've got a good amount of healing items, including 25 full restores. I hope that's enough. My biggest worry here is is that enough? But I don't have enough money. I really just don't have enough cash. That's the thing that's really worrying me the most here.
Yeah, you got 46 cents.
I spent everything I had. I sold everything I had except for the mysterious shards.
Yep.
I sold a bunch of other items that I didn't care about anymore. Anything that was worth money in the first place. These rare candies, they might come into play today. I hope they don't, but they might.
They might. Never know. I mean, they're there for, like, emergency. Oh, my God, I got to get somebody stronger.
Yeah, if people start dropping, then I'm going to pull the ripcord and someone's going to go to level 94.
Yeah.
That's just what it's going to be. The trick is I got to survive the battle where shit starts going wrong. So, I'm so nervous about this. I can't tell if I'm more nervous than the first time around or not. But I don't know. I should stop stalling.
Swap out.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Go for it.
Hello. Here at the Pokémon League, you'll be facing the Elite Four. If you can't beat all four of them in a row, you'll have to start from the beginning. Also, there's a fifth person. We don't say that, I guess.
Right. Immediately after those four, you'll have the champion battle again as well.
Yep.
Surprise! I mean, not a surprise.
Not a surprise anymore.
Ever touched Pokemon ever before, but... Hey, buddy.
Okay. What do I have to worry about in terms of... The worst situations here would be like a Parasect or like... Is Surskit Water Bug? I can't remember. But those would be problems right out the gate here. Granted, Parasect I could then throw Hugo out and then we're good, but...
Right.
Here we go. Hi there, I'm Aaron. But actually, I've battled with you before, haven't I? Wait a moment, my bug Pokemon are buzzing about something. You must have gotten even stronger. The hunch of a bug-type Pokemon is rarely wrong. All right, then. I'll battle you once more with all my strength. Well, like, 85-ish% of my strength.
Yeah. You out-level him by 20 levels.
He's at level 60. Well, so...
So 15 to 20 levels.
Okay.
16 to 20 levels.
So, like, obviously my biggest concern coming in is specifically Garchomp, right? Which
yes.
I want to say I think is 78.
Yeah, you got to be ready for Garchomp. The rest of this should be just... Well, so there's your first change.
Okay, well, there we go. Oh, yeah, Yanmega was Yanmega nowhere on this team to begin with, so...
First change
and
right
I've
out the
never
gate.
seen Yanmega before. I guess let's Stone Edge. Oh, you little bitch. That's annoying, because I've only got 5 Stone Edges.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucker. So rude. Alright.
What does speed boost specifically trigger from? Oh, just every turn.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Bug Buzz. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's a pretty strong move, but... Whoa!
Yep. Speed stat is boosted every turn, or the speed stat is gradually boosted.
Oh, God. Okay. I already feel not good. How the fuck did Bug Buzz do half of my health?
Slightly less than half, but...
Enough that a crit would kill him. I guess
Bug Buzz is power 90.
Yeah, it's a strong move. It's basically one of the most reliably strong bug moves.
Yeah, 90, 100% accuracy.
Let's bring Hugo out. Let's see... I thought Rock resisted Bug, but I guess not. I already don't like how this is going after one attack.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, because Fire does resist Bug. In fact, I'm going to take a moment and heal George Dude. Because that wasn't fun. 120 is enough.
Detect is a fighting type move, technically. That's funny.
Because Protect is normal.
Yeah.
And there's a third one. Ancient Power. Uh-oh, Hugo. Okay. Well, that was good, at least.
Now, can you burn him to death in one? Because I don't think you can take another Ancient Power.
Well, he's going to be faster than me by now. So we're gonna full restore. It feels like a phenomenal waste of a full restore, but I got to reset a little bit after this awkward start.
Yep.
The trick is, how much will this do normally here? It's
a crit and you're gone.
Crit would be very close.
But there's nothing else that you can do about that because he's going first.
Yep. 86. Is crit 1.5 or 1 1/3 at this point?
Oh.
I keep thinking 1.5, but I don't know if that's actually accurate anymore. Either way, 86 damage, even times 1.5, would still be less than 134. By just a little bit. It'd be very, very close. So, I think we're going to have to go for it here, and then... Yeah, it's faster.
Looks like it's 1.5.
Okay.
All right, that was a regular hit.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Woo! That was a rough start.
Yep. Now, do you think he's going to just, like, send them out in order so you get to see the next change? No.
Heracross. Oh, you fucker. Okay. This is also bad news. Because Heracross previously had a Flame Orb and Guts, which I have to imagine is the exact same thing it's going to do here.
Yeah, probably still has Guts. Maybe not the same held item.
Could be, what's the Toxic Orb, I think is the other one. It's annoying because I feel pretty confident that Hugo would be faster, but I don't know that I want to chance it like that. I think the smart thing to do here would be to bring out... actually, does fighting resist rock? Because that's the real question here. Fighting does resist rock. Fuck. All right. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because I would like to use fire, but I would have to heal Hugo. And last time he had Earthquake, I have to assume he's probably going to have fire coverage here also. And that could be a big problem here. Do I have anything else that's good for... I mean... Ugh. Delmar arguably could scoop in there with a Psychic real fast, but I don't like the Bug type being a possibility of real issue here.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have a Bug move last time.
He didn't have a Bug move last time. He had a Fighting move.
Yeah.
I could arguably just throw... we don't have a super effective thing to do here. Because I could throw Dampy in, and then the Fighting move isn't even an option, but the other stuff still is. So
right.
Like,
the Fighting move gets canceled out, but you still have to worry about Earthquake?
Yeah.
How much do you have to worry about Earthquake? Just normal amount, right?
Yeah, the stuff that Dampy would be weak to would be like Fairy, Dark, Ghost, Dragon.
Yeah. I mean, it might be the safest choice.
I was going to say, none of which I think is actually going to be likely to turn up, and it might not be a bad call to, like, take a second and, like, get Hugo back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because Hugo could actually be useful for some of these.
Right. Well, you definitely don't want to lose somebody on this first fight. That would be the worst thing.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer. Not a fan of that. Alrighty. I'm also trying to remember what are Zoroark's types. Dark and
Zoroark.
Something. I'm not anticipating it here, but I am trying to keep it in mind in case it turns up elsewhere.
Straight Dark.
Just Dark? Okay, that's good to know. So I'm just like, it might behoove me to just keep that in mind on the off chance someone gets a little bit spicy with it later. Using up too many fucking full restores right away. Don't like that. Earthquake, okay.
How much does Earthquake? Oh my god,
okay.
You are set.
Alright, and there's the Flame Orb. He's going to have Guts.
Burned himself, so now he's going to hit harder.
He's going to hit harder. I think is it double? Might be double.
Boosts attack. What about the effect description, please?
I guess
attack increased by 50%.
If I use Shadow Force, he's going to hurt himself twice by the time I get back. So maybe that's the call here. Am I faster? No, he's faster. All right. Okay. Bye. Whoosh.
I am in the Nether Realm.
All right.
1/16.
All right. There's Earthquake again, and it misses.
Yes, because you're not on this Earth.
Nope, I'm in another plane altogether.
And
there
dead.
We go. Fucking nice. Yeah, I could probably steamroll this whole thing. It's just a matter of not getting caught off guard and, like, sniped.
Yeah. You have, like, ethers or elixirs?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Scyther Scizor. I mean, the call here feels like Hugo. If anything, it feels like speed is the bigger thing across a lot of this stuff. But also, the likeliest things that a Scizor with shit, I forget the actual. There's the ability that makes low
Technician.
Technician. That's the one. The moves that it tends to use for that are ones that Hugo would resist anyway. So let's Hugo it up. Of course, I assume that they're going to have protections against fire.
Wow.
Because why wouldn't you?
60 or less is what Technician affects?
It's way broken. Yeah.
That's so high.
Yeah, that's so many moves. All right. Let's just Flamethrower. That's more than enough. Oh, and I'm faster. Oh, it's got one of the flame berries. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, that means that he doesn't have some other item.
Exactly, some other bullshit thing that's like, oh yeah, by the way,
weakened the damage.
All right,
for this one time, but he's still freaking passed out. That's great. Berry was not enough.
Vespiquen. This sounds like a job for George,
I guess
dude.
He's double weak. Bug Steel.
Yes, that was why I switched to Hugo, because I was like, Bug and Steel both weak to that. Same way Vespiquen, Bug and Flying is going to be double weak to Rock. So
yep. I think that you're like good.
Yeah, I think the Yanmega pulled some sneaky shit right at the start that really threw me off. But
yeah, and you didn't give him an opportunity to like bullet punch you with Technician.
Oh, is that what Yanmega was rocking?
No, I
Oh, Scissor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that is 2 to 5, right?
I believe so, yeah. Down goes Vespiquen.
Oh no, let's see. Bullet Punch is just increased priority?
Bullet Punch? Are you thinking...
I'm looking at his actual moves. He has Bullet Punch.
Poison in Dark, huh?
He didn't even do the best build for his Technician Scizor.
That's so funny. I guess we're sticking with George Dude for this.
Because he could have had any of a number of like 2 to 5 hits moves.
Struggle Buggling.
That would have been for so much more.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
I think Bullet Punch is usually the go-to, though.
Wait, Bullet Punch is just a
I guess I'm
a good heavy hit.
Okay, all right. I could actually take another one of those without any real issues. That's good. Let me show you how Earthquake really works.
Because Bullet Punch is increased priority and 40 power. So
yeah.
Technician Bullet Punch is increased priority, 80 power. But that's still just a single 80 power hit.
I could have sworn that Bullet Punch was a multi-hit move. Is there another one that we're mixing that up with?
2 to 5 hit moves in Pokemon, multi-strike moves. Give me the list, please. So...
They pulled off some perfectly polished moves. The only thing that held them back from winning was my own weakness. If I can improve myself, then they'll get a chance to shine brighter than Beautifly Wings in the sun. Let's hear it for my Pokemon. I lost. Let's hear it from my dudes.
Way to go, your dudes.
All right, so next up, well, first of all, let's do some healing. We'll do Moo Moo Milk, I think.
Bullet Seed is 2 to 5.
Bullet Seed, okay, which
Comet
is a grass
Punch
type.
Is 2 to 5.
I think Comet Punch might be what I'm thinking.
But that's only 18 power per hit. You
but
can
still,
do so much better.
36 times 5 though, like that adds up.
Sure.
So Ground
Pin Missile.
That is the one.
Is 25 power, 2 to 5 hits.
Yeah.
So that's 50 to 125, but it's 100 to 250 on a Technician. That can get... Because, like, that's great even if it only procs the minimum number of times.
Yeah.
And also negates Sturdy.
Oh. All right. Next up is Bertha. Ground type. This one gave us trouble last time. I want to say Bertha was where we lost Natalie, I think. I could be wrong on that. This one was one that really messed up. The Hippodon was a problem. I think I want to lead with Goblin Hole. Water's just pretty reliable against ground, and ground types generally don't have the most amazing answers to water. They usually don't have electric. They very rarely have anything grass.
Right.
And I think that's it for water, isn't it? So in the worst cases, we have water ground types, in which case I can pull out Montgomery, drop some grass, and like go to town. Problem being that Montgomery is slow, but both ice and grass are good against ground, and grass is also good against water. So we should be okay with those. The biggest problem here is that they're both a little slow. And actually, you know what? Montgomery, let's... I was going to say let's switch out your ice booster for a grass booster. Problem is, Woodhammer does self-damage, which is a little dangerous.
Sure is.
Do I actually have a grass boosting thing? I have a metal plate, yeah. Do I have a Miracle Seed too? I do.
So, where's the change in this team?
Because ice is good against ground, but it's not good against water. But she might also not bother with water types for this at all, too, so... Oh, it's a tough call here. I suppose... Yeah, I'm just worried about taking damage, especially if I don't kill something and it winds up dealing a bunch of damage back to me.
Yeah.
All about any of those counter-style moves could be a Nuzlocke destroying moment here. Oh, God. No, you know what? When Montgomery comes out, Snow Warning is going to activate, so Ice is already going to hit 100. Like, Blizzard is going to hit 100% of the time. I should keep that as powerful as I can with the Ice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I'm going to lead with Blastoise, though. I think he's got a likelier chance to handle just a random ground type. Oh, boy.
Well,
not to mention there's a lot of steel ground Pokemon and water resist steel, too.
Yeah, the opener was water ground last time.
It was, though Aaron opened with a completely different Pokemon.
True.
Let's do a quick save. All right. I have no idea how we're splitting this up, by the way. We might just leave it as one big thing. Depends how fast these go or how fast I die.
Right.
So,
I mean, what are we at for
good?
length of episode so far?
I think we're at like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So who knows?
You're probably still in it then.
Oh boy, which is funny because if we break it even once, then the second episode will be our 200th episode of Brilliant Diamond.
Hey,
and
nice.
Which bums me out that I won't know where that falls in this until we're done. So maybe it's this one, maybe it's the champion, maybe it's the silly shit we do on Stark Mountain afterwards. I don't know. Well, I see you've returned, dear child. It looks as though you've grown more confident since the last time we met. But don't forget, with age comes the power to shake the earth and a force of will that can split the ground beneath your feet.
And the ability to remember you and not forget that you fought before.
Yes. A lot of things, really.
Like friggin' Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron's like, hi, I'm Aaron. Wait a second. I know you. You're the champion.
Yeah, right. Now why is it that you fight the former champion at the end of all this?
Oh, that's annoying. Damn. Because it had hydration as its ability last time.
Yes.
Which, granted, only really matters if it's raining.
Correct.
Which is interesting, because if it doesn't have Rain Dance, then I'm a slight bit confused as to how this is gonna go.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I'm tempted to just go straight to Montgomery here.
Doesn't have a way to make it rain.
That's so weird.
But has a Pokemon that would like it to be raining.
Right? And she had it last time, so if you mistakenly went with Rain Dance to try to have an advantage over ground and accidentally boosted Whiscash, which honestly all it does is heal status effects. So, I don't know. Weird choice.
Well, I think it says it gradually heals health. Oh, no, status problems.
Yeah, non-volatile,
right.
volatile. And it... Is that an anti-grass one that it had before? It did. So never mind on... I mean, it'd still be 4 times... It would still be super effective. Because I have a bunch of neutral shit, which is fine, but it's not the most amazing. I do resist water, but so would Montgomery. I don't resist ground. I don't know that Montgomery would actually resist ground. Oh no, it would. Grass types resist. So that's both stab types knocked down to 75% instead of 150. Previously I had ground poison. Belch could be a problem. Because if it has that, then that would be super effective. It would be off-type, but still, super effective. But also, it's not likely to use it while I've got Goblin Hole out here.
Right.
Had Ice Beam, which would be neutral. Hydro Pump, which would be resisted. Bulldoze would be resisted. So, I've actually got decent types here for Montgomery. The trick is Goblin Hole would be not the best with Hail if I have to switch.
Right. I mean, putting out Montgomery is a commitment to have Montgomery out
for as much
5
of the next
turns.
Yeah, as much of the next thing as I can here.
Because otherwise you're taking chip damage on anybody else.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for it. Let's give it a shot here. I think this is okay. Also, of what remains of the Elite Four, Montgomery is basically only really useful against Garchomp, and I don't want him to be my main for that fight anyway.
Right.
So if something bad were to happen to him here, if he's able to take a sizable portion of this out... Oh, even better! Yes! No wasted turn. Fuck yeah, Montgomery. I love
cheating for you. What was the move that it used?
Earthquake.
Oh, okay. Great.
Which, to be fair, I would have resisted anyway. But
yeah, but you still don't want to take it.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard... I guess Blizzard would be neutral. This would be super effective 1 time instead of 2 times, but it would also hurt me... But also, I'm high enough level above these dudes that...
Blizzard does a ton of damage, is 100% effective right now.
Yeah. Oh! Ice Beam, and I still got out of the way of it. That's so funny.
You cheated twice! This dude was so ready to come out to battle.
That's so funny.
And the chip damage finished him off.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, because Woodhammer, you probably would have taken him out before he had the chance to attack, and you dodge.
I'm so excited for this. It's probably going to have Sturdy again, but that won't matter if it's hailing out.
Correct.
So, I mean, I'll still take a hit.
Yes.
So it's still going to hurt.
Yep. Yeah, but you're at full health right now.
Oh, actually, wait. Rock is super effective against ice, isn't it? It is.
Super effective against ice.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch out. I'm going to let Goblin Hole come out into this. Because nothing that he's got is likely to be a problem, specifically for Goblin Hole. I can do...
He's going to do Golem v. Golem.
Oh, no. Sorry. Did I... no, Goblin Hole, the Blastoise.
Oh, Blastoise, yeah.
Yeah. Come out, Scald for a huge amount of damage. Should be plenty to bring it down to 1.
Yeah, Scald is 80 power.
Yeah. I think this will be okay.
I have Scald at ready access because Whiskatch swapped Hydro Pump for Scald.
Oh, for Scald. Scald would also be funny here because if I burned it, then that would also kill it, despite even without the hail.
Right. It would be great if you got the burn because then he would take 2 sets of chip damage.
Well, so it was a very difficult choice to put Scald in instead of Surf because Surf is very good, but Scald being able to include burn is like, hey, a lot of the types that are weak to water are very physical, so being able to cut the physical and cause turn after turn damage could be a really big game changer.
That is a really big benefit.
So I figured that would be the smart call.
Even though it's only on a, chance.
Yeah, pretty low chance, I think, but...
Wow!
Yep, Sturdy again. Did I burn it? Aw.
Endured the hits.
Oh, I did!
Burned.
Fucking so funny. All right, what do you... Earthquake? Earthquake. Kind of figured that. It's going to hit... I was expecting a lot more than that, actually.
Wow.
I was expecting
7 damage.
I was expecting like 100 or more damage.
Yeah. No, you took
I took hail damage.
That was almost as impactful.
That's so funny. Okay. All right. Gliscor. That's ground flying,
Correct.
I think?
Yep.
That's an awkward one. Oh, no, that's an easy one. I just ice it. That's very easy. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring Montgomery out again.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably has an Ice Berry just because it seems like this Elite Four just goes, oh, I've got a 4 times weakness. Let's cover that once. Which is kind of a weak way to go about it. Like, it's okay, but I feel like it just means that they're going with a very... I'm not saying they're all doing this, but, like, it just feels like a very, like, blah kind of approach where it's like, that's an expectable outcome on that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's faster. X-Scissor. That could be bad. Not that bad. Okay, cool. Hey. I keep forgetting.
super effective bug type, but
I am still a good number of levels above them. I got to keep remembering that. Though they are slowly climbing. We're almost up to 70.
So you were right. You had a berry, but it wasn't a weakness berry. It is citrus berry.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of surprising.
Yeah,
Citrus berry feels way less useful for Elite Four battles.
I mean, it's a percentage of your health heal.
Hippodon.
So, like,
hey, buddy.
a free heal of a quarter of your health is not insignificant.
I suppose so. I guess a quarter of health, yeah.
It didn't come into play because you one-shot
Oh, why did I do that? Oh, idiot. I should have switched to Blastoise and then switched back into... That was stupid.
Well, you could switch to Golem.
I could. That's true. Because he's not gonna die from anything that comes out here.
I mean...
Or I can just rock an Ice Hit and just go for it here.
Yeah, I suppose.
What is... Sandstream just starts the Sandstorm.
Blizzard is 70% effective now, though.
70% accuracy?
Accuracy,
yeah.
right.
That's true.
Because you're not in a blizzard right now. Or you're not in an ice storm. It's not hailing.
Let me just see. I think Hippodon is more physically strong than special strong, but... oh, yeah, by a big chunk. I might...
Ice Punch is physical.
Yeah.
So it probably
it's going to
works.
do way less.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it to just take one swing at this, and then I can switch in Golem if I need to, and yada yada. Because if I hit with this, Hippodon may go down.
True.
I don't think it's going to... Even Earthquake shouldn't be enough to... I'm trying to remember. Is Sandstorm... Yeah, Sandstorm does damage.
Jeez, literally every Pokemon has Earthquake.
Oh, my God. including Montgomery. I am slightly worried. You know what? I'm going to take a quick second and heal just because I want to see what it's going to do. I have full restores, so if shit goes really wrong, then I've got that. But I want to see how much damage it can do in one turn.
Okay.
Because that can change things. Because if it doesn't do a ton and the Sandstorm is doing more than anything, then, like, okay, not a big problem.
Right, then you could play, like, the waiting game.
Yeah. Crunch. Okay.
It went with Crunch?
That's very interesting. That didn't do very much.
Why didn't it go with, like, Earthquake?
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, I'm going to Blizzard then. Well, hopefully I'll Blizzard. Oh, I am faster. Damn it. Okay. There's Crunch again, but now I can full restore out of it. We're also burning Sandstorm turns, so like it's not really the end of the world.
I mean, you could even almost just Moo Milk.
I could maybe get away with that.
I mean, it'll only take you up to 230, but...
Actually, Hyper Potion would have been the smart one there, because that would have gotten me like 30 away. That's okay. If I need to do it again, then I will.
Because he's still going just Crunch.
Yeah, very odd.
Oh, that's 3 turns of the Sandstorm now.
Yep. So we only got this and one more. There we go. Will it kill in one?
Yeah, because he doesn't
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nice. He doesn't have the, like, extend the storm item, so that's good.
Okay. So we have one more Pokemon left. I'm surprised Hippodon wasn't the anchor. Are we getting a I'm not even looking, my eyes are closed. I covered up right before. Oh my god. Are we gonna get a Flygon? Rhyperior. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well then Goblin Hole, I guess. I mean, it might have Sturdy. I don't think it's going to have anything that's going to be like a massive problem here. Now, let's do it. I'm a little antsy about this, but let's see what we got. See, my worry is if there's another ability that significantly boosts Pokemon in Sandstorms. The good news is we've only got one turn left of it.
Yeah.
It's one that makes it very fast, so that could be an issue. I could also heal and take it and let the Sandstorm die, but I could be playing a healing game at that point, and that's not amazing.
I mean, always the best case scenario is if you're faster and you can one-shot.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to worry about any of the shenanigans.
Yeah, and to be fair, if sturdy is its ability, then one, we might kill it with burn anyway, but also it means I don't have to worry about other random shit going in there.
Yep.
Oh, let's try it. You got sturdy? No.
No, so its ability is Solid Rock, which reduces the effectiveness of super effective moves, but not by enough.
Apparently not. All right.
And the thing I was concerned about when you went with Goblin Hole is Thunderfang.
Ooh, devious. Yeah. I had no idea I could learn Thunderfang.
Yeah, she actually had 2 with Thunderfang, because Gliscor had it as well.
All right. Whew. No matter how the world shifts, you and your Pokemon will always be sure-footed.
So
You're steadier today than all the days before.
They made some coverage choices that were intelligent. They just didn't get to show them off.
Yes, fortunately. There's a million other YouTube channels where you can find those.
Yes.
Let's do some healing.
Although, I don't know how many people do blind.
That's true. I would say most probably actually just do look shit up. Or they don't Nuzlocke it. Or they Nuzlocke it knowing shit well ahead of time.
Yeah. It's kind of a unique format to do blind Nuzlocke. Because a lot of times Nuzlocke is like people do intense planning and know everything that they're going to do.
Well, I was going to say, this is the least blind I ever really do it for this channel, which is I've got the battle that we already did up as just reference. Speaking of, next is Flint. This one's going to frustrate me, I feel like, because Fire has a lot of irritating shit that it can do in terms of abilities, in terms of moves.
Fire's gotten a lot of love.
There's a lot of fast Fire Pokemon, which isn't great for George Dude. And Fire has a weird amount of coverage, which makes me anxious about everything. And there's also a lot of fighting going on, so George Dude may get stuck in a heal loop here and there.
The thing that I hate about Bulbapedia is it doesn't let me expand any sections until it finishes loading all of its ads.
Yeah. I'm going to do the smart thing, I hope. I'm going to put George Dude out, and I'm going to do Stealth Rock. It seems like the obvious thing to do. May not make a huge difference. For all I know, maybe one of them has a spin move this time, but it's going to do a lot of damage to a lot of these dudes. The biggest problem is I am seeding that first invincible turn. But I think it's the right call.
Seriously, can we please be done with loading all of the extraneous shit so that I can expand the section of the article?
Let's also...
They're like, no, we want all of our advertising dollars.
This is... Okay. Yeah, that there. Plenty there. Everything's good there. Dampy's still basically good. Blizzard we're running out of. We're not using that this run anyway. I am going to use... I guess a regular Ether is probably the correct call. I was going to use an Elixir, but that is very stupid. Let's use an Ether on Stone Edge. We're not out of it yet, but I suspect I'm going to be using it plenty in this battle. And I'd rather not get caught off guard having to waste a turn using it, so... Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
It's just,
all right.
It's letting me expand other sections, but not the section that shows you stats in the core series games. There we go.
Oh, that's irritating.
Yeah. I, don't care about his appearances in the cartoon.
All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Flint is probably going to be the most changed out of all 5 of these people.
Let's see. New opener.
Yo, trainer. I've been waiting on the edge of my seat for you to come. Gross. I've been training myself for this moment, so you won't catch me running out of gas again. I won't just bring the heat. I'm going supernova. I learned a lot of fire things since the last time you were here, so here comes the Big Bang. I didn't mean that, actually. Sorry. Let's just move on.
Yeah, so basically all of the not fire Pokemon are replaced with fire Pokemon.
Which is maybe good. really depends how Houndoom. Oh boy, do I not like that.
Except for that.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yep.
I really don't like that. Folks who were paying attention after I came back from leveling everybody up to level 85 will know exactly why I don't like that.
Did you get murdered by a Houndoom?
I was training up Sasquatch, John's Machamp, and I went and I used some kind of fighting move, and the Houndoom was faster, and it used Perish Song.
Woof.
Yep. So, down went Houndoom, down went Machamp, and even more fucking annoying, Perish Song is an egg move, so it shouldn't normally know it. It probably could here, which doesn't make me happy either. Though I guess... So Perish Song, I don't believe is a priority move.
So it already should have revealed its ability.
Yeah, Unnerve,
you
which
can't
means I
eat
can't do berries, which is a weird ability to have.
I mean, you don't have a held berry on this guy, right?
Yeah. I don't have a held berry on anybody. So the thing is, so I'm going to use Stealth Rock. What I want to pay attention to is this Houndoom faster than George Dude? Because if it is, then I need to figure some shit out.
True.
If it isn't, Perish Song I don't believe is a priority move, and therefore I should be able to just kill it. That's kind of the big thing here. So let's see. Fuck, Houndoom is faster? Are you kidding me?
Did Nasty Plot?
Yeah.
So he's setting up special attack.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. I could... You know what I could do? It feels like a bit of a waste, but it could actually matter. I could use one of my X speeds. It will double my speed, which has to fucking be faster than a Houndoom at that point. That way, if I should, I think, be faster than the Houndoom, and I can get out in front of it. The trick is, I guess I could do double team after that to try to see compare the speeds again.
Yep.
Because what I need to do is be faster. That's really the answer here. I just have to be faster. It can't kill me in one. My worry is that it's got like Solar Beam or something. Fire I resist. Let's X speed. Let's do it.
You resist fire, so it'll probably end up using its other attack move.
Dark Pulse, which I avoided. Fuck yeah.
Yep. So it has Dark Pulse, and can you imagine it Flamethrower?
What?
Yeah.
How?
I figure that's not really a spoiler.
I am faster now. Fuck yes. Okay. That's good.
Okay. Which
could you
set
do
up
one?
An interesting problem.
Yeah, I could actually be in a good spot to... all right, there's Dark Pulse.
Oh, you're probably okay.
Woohoo! All right, we're going to full restore till it misses.
Seems fair.
Because I do have the double team, and I do cheat, so I can get out of the way of that stuff. I don't want to burn too many of these, but not a lot of options, especially if I don't want to give up my...
Right, you definitely want to have some of those left
here,
just in case you need to dive into a couple of heal loops against the former champ.
Come on. Yep, there's that.
Sturdy.
That wasn't even a crit. That was just range. That's a wide range.
What did it leave you with before? 36?
It was like in the 20s, I think.
Okay. I mean, that's like a 10% shift.
Yeah.
I don't know how wide range is usually.
Use Nasty Plot again. Oh, there's Flamethrower. Okay.
Interesting choice.
It's annoying because I still have to heal out of it. Ugh, that was a lot. I mean, full restore will solve that, but I was going to need to use a full restore anyway. It was just barely outside of Hyper Potion range.
Yep.
I like that the fire in the back, the sconce back there, makes it look like George is on fire. Just his whole face is engulfed.
Is burning.
Ugh, I don't like this, but I don't have great alternatives right now. All I needed to do is miss once, and then I can just Earthquake it.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. Needed that
Interesting
early.
to me that he was going so heavily into just the attack moves after the one setup move.
Yeah. Stealth Rock is out. I'm faster. This should be safe.
Earthquake should just destroy it.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you wanted to triple check that Parasong was in priority, but I'm pretty sure that I looked that up several times before, so
don't worry about that.
okay.
Because his other move is not Parasong.
Okay. Is it Fire Fang?
It's Destiny Bond.
Destiny Bond is what I was thinking, not Parasong.
Okay. So it's not priority.
Good.
But if it was funny because if it had used Destiny Bond on the turn that you
I would have
increased your
lost
speed,
my absolute shit if it Destiny Bonded George Dude.
you would have had to do another turn of waiting because it lasts until it does another move. Destiny Bond.
At that point, I think I would have either upped my defense or speed or something just to stay ahead of stuff. But
If you feint it, it feints you.
that's so annoying.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it had Destiny Bond.
all right.
You said that's an egg move?
It is an egg move. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I just want to check fighting type real fast on resistance. It resists rock, but not ground. Okay, that was what I just want to double check on. So Earthquake should still be an okay thing here. It's
is
probably going to have a bunch of stupid shit on it like last time.
Pulling out his Infernape next?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Okay, it powers up. Focus Sash is the one that it's basically sturdy.
Sturdy once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Expendable
irritating.
sturdy.
I have Double Team. I have Stealth Rock. Oh, actually, I have Stealth Rock.
Yeah.
So if it
It's
has
negated.
Focus Sash, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've got Speed, I've got my own Sturdy, and I've got Stealth Rock. So I think I am safe enough to start, like, just going to town here.
Yeah, and at this point you're like pretty nicely set up. So hopefully you
Yeah.
can just
If that looked for a second like it wasn't going to get there.
it'd be funny if you had rollout.
Oh, rollout would be
Because
pretty
then
perfect for a
the
lot
whole
of
rest of the team would just be done.
bang, 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 bang. It would really rely on
wouldn't be able to-
Flint having a Pokemon that resists rock,
You
which, to
wouldn't
be
be able
fair,
to put in any more inputs. but
Infernape would have been neutral, but
Yeah.
Rapidash, I would have to imagine. Oh, actually, I don't even know if high horsepower is available in this game.
Rapidash had.
Well,
has. I won't say it then.
yeah. Just because like nowadays, a Rapidash you have high horsepower on it. Aside from the fact that it's just a good move, it also deals with coverage against rock. This might still outspeed me. No, I'm just that fast. Okay, sick.
And that's a non-contact move?
Yes, Earthquake is non-contact. Does that have Flame Body?
Yep.
Yeah. It's the beauty of Earthquake is you can stay far away from everybody. It had Flame Body last time, too, so I'm not overly surprised. Flareon. Okay. I mean, if you want.
The genericest
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like if you were going to...
of fire choices.
If you were going to go for, like, what's the most basic fire thing? I guess, that's not fair. Ponyta and Rapidash, I think, would be more basic.
I
Flareon's up there, though.
Eevee, the evolution Pokemon, with one of
Yeah.
its basic first-gen evolutions.
Yeah.
That's
that's
pretty.
fair.
That's pretty basic. I would love to see a variant of Red and Blue, where it's the Eevee as the starter, like in Let's Go.
Yeah. Magmortar.
And
All
then
right, big guy.
And then you get the choice of a Firestone, a Waterstone, or a Thunderstone really early on, or a Grass
okay.
Stone, a Leaf Stone.
And you essentially turn it into a new type starter.
Yeah, make it a starter, and it
interesting.
would have to be a Leafeon as the third option, I think.
Yeah.
So that it hits the normal 3.
All right, let's go for it. Still faster, always good. No ground type berry. Ba-boom. Boom
Nope.
goes the dynamite.
What is the Lumberry?
Lumberry might be water.
Effect.
Delma. George, I love you.
Oh, cures status conditions.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why, but that's what it wanted.
All
Was
right.
Magmortar to not have status
Odd
conditions.
choices. I feel like the abilities and held items in the first round were by and large better than these
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, some of these swapped out Pokemon have some strange choices. Like Flareon had a Citrus Berry.
Yeah, yeah. That's, again, another one that's... I literally got out of that with no damage.
And Houndoom had glasses. Wise glasses.
Okay, I mean, that does up special, and it had nasty plot, so it, like...
Sure.
It had a lot going for it.
Some stacked effectiveness for its special type moves, which is both of its attacking moves, Flamethrower and Dark Pulse.
So now for the one that's going to be a little bit tricky. Dampy's absolutely going out front for this, but I feel like there's going to be dark shit thrown in the mix just to try to catch ghost types off guard. If I'm lucky, they'll focus more on fighting. Good news, too, is if Medicham is in there again, at least some of that shit is going to be null and void. Like, high jump kick is just going to not work, which is a bummer because it means they're not going to use it, but it'd be great if it just by default always crashed.
Yep.
If it has Ice Punch again, though, that could be a problem. I don't have amazing typing for this. This is one that I'm not very well equipped for.
Opener, change. That one's the same. That one's the same.
Going to... it feels so silly, and it probably is.
So it seems like all of them swapped out 3 or 2. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Some of them swapped out 3. So it's either 2 or 3.
All right.
I don't think anybody's doing a swap of 5. And I believe Cynthia doesn't swap anybody.
I think I thought that she swapped 1 and then she swapped 1 more later.
Oh.
But I don't remember.
I'll double check. It's been a while since I did those fights.
I think I looked at this I think I looked at this. When would that have even been? It was after Pokemon Legends or something? I forget. We had done the first Elite Four.
Yep.
And I was grinding. I think it was when I was grinding forever because I was just like curious, and I had looked and I was like, okay, interesting, and it's all gone. So
right.
Actually, I think it was further back than that. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is the one I'm the most nervous about. I'm gonna be relying more on off typing than anything. If Mr. Mime is in there, that will be a real bummer because that could be an issue for Dampy. But they've all opened with different... Oh, no, that's not true.
We've got the same opener for some of them.
What the hell did Flint just open with? Did he open with...
That was a change. Because Flint opened with the Houndoom.
You're right. So... who the hell? Bertha. No, Bertha also opened with a different one. She opened with Whiscash. Last time she opened with Quagsire. So far, none of them have used the same opener. Just off of that, I'm at least willing to keep Dampy out front. I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass. It'd be a bummer if I have to do a really fast change here. But, we'll give it a shot. Just a moment, please. The book I'm reading has nearly reached its thrilling climax. The heroes obtained a mystic sword and is about to face their final trial. Never mind. Since you made it this far, I'll put that aside and battle you. Let me see if you will achieve as much glory as the hero of my book.
Nerd.
I like to read, weirdo. What do we got? Hey, Lucian. Who are we doing first? Damn it!
Lucian is so close to androgynous.
Very close, yeah. Nowadays, I would say we have more like Rika, I would say, is a fairly androgynous character.
I'm like for it. It's cool.
I can't justify keeping Dampy out here against a fairy type.
So fairy
That's
type
so annoying.
It's mostly going to do defensive setup shit, probably. Although it probably has a fairy move, too.
Yeah, I mean, last time it had Dazzling Gleam, which is a very reliable one. Does fire resist fairy? I think it does. Yeah, fire resists fairy. So let's give that a shot and hope that this is not a horrible idea.
God, you have to fight Cynthia in so many games. You have to scroll so much further to find Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
I believe you can fight her optionally in Black and White.
She's in Black and White, Black 2 and White 2, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, Pokemon World Tournament.
Yep, there's Reflect. That's physical moves, yep. Oh, right, I have Steel. I mean, it did just reduce the damage from physical stuff, but this is still super effective. It's not stab, though.
Yeah,
so that's going to bring it back to close.
Hits harder physical by a bunch, as I recall.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I believe you are correct on that.
Like,
Yeah, a good chunk higher.
Yeah, like 40. Yeah, that's like 20% higher.
So this would be 90 to 135. Not really reduced right now, but it's the worst stat. This one is 70 up to 140. Would be reduced, but it's the better stat, and it doesn't miss. Let's just Smart Strike.
Oh, she does swap one. Okay.
Ugh. All right. Oops, Psychic. Here we go. Okay.
And then she swaps one again for the last fight.
I should be able to withstand one more of those. That was 81 damage. Yeah, I should be safe to do one more, assuming it doesn't have a weirder move in its arsenal. And I'm burning down Reflect while we do this, so...
Right. It's good to burn Reflect turns, and it didn't set up Light Screen.
No, it didn't. I was surprised by that, actually.
Yeah, I would have...
last time it did.
I would have thought that he would do both of them.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well.
Because like, that helps set up for the rest of the room.
Yep.
That's Mr. Mime's job, usually.
Yes, is just put up a bunch of barriers.
Make things hard for everybody else.
Yeah.
And sometimes also do Trick Room so that you can then have a bell that goes super fast.
Yes.
I feel like that's
if it wants to just hang out and do this, I'm A-okay with that.
Oh, I guess his Bronzong has Trick Room to set it up for itself.
Yeah, for itself. Which is funny because it's got Gyro Ball, which gets worse if you've used Trick Room.
Yeah.
Is it alive with 1 hit point?
Landed a critical hit, wishing to be praised. You got a cheat crit.
Oh no, there we go. Okay, I did get a cheat crit. Nice job, Hugo. You deserve that level.
You earned it, quite literally.
Bronzong. Okay. I mean,
I would like
Earthquake
to bring a bell out so
That's
that you can melt
frustrating.
it to death.
It had Levitate last time, but it also may have the one that resists Fire type. It's so annoying that it's got both of those as options.
I don't think anybody has had it be a different ability. That would
It seems
require
like it's
it
been the
being
same,
a different Pokemon. Right? Because like if we're living in the world where what it is that they've leveled up the same Pokemon, then it shouldn't have a different ability.
I could Shadow Force it. It'd be an odd move. It would be super effective. I think, right? Steel used to resist Ghost. I think it no longer does. It does not resist. Yeah, it does not resist Ghost. And especially if it tries to do Trick Room, then it's probably going to use Trick Room and have to go first before I even come back.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the best.
Slightly. Oh no, hang on. It had Payback last time, which would already be a problem on its own. But God forbid I don't kill this tanky motherfucker and it is smart enough to use Payback.
Yep.
Then that's Dampy probably dead.
True. I mean, but if you use Shadow Force and it tries to use Payback, it'll hit... Or actually, Payback is lowered priority, isn't it?
Is it lowered priority? Because that would also be a problem.
No.
Seems like it is not, yeah. Because I'm relying rather heavily on it doing... I don't like this at all. This is a tough call. It would rely very heavily on it doing Trick Room with its first turn.
So, Payback is doubled power if they go second. If you switch out, or if you use an item, apparently.
Wait, what? Oh my god.
Oh, wait, Gen 5 onwards. It no longer doubles if you switch out.
Okay, I was going to say, like, holy shit.
If you switch out, it's not doubled anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be worse.
Yeah. My worry is... I mean, I guess, regardless of what it uses for its first turn, Hugo would be faster. I just don't like that Hugo's that low, because if I don't kill it, then it's going... Then if it uses Payback or Earthquake, we could be in trouble. And it's it's pretty damn defensive. Shit. It's not very good on the attack side of things, which is fortunate.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible that Hugo could actually live through it. Same goes for Dampy. Well, the problem is, yeah, payback being 100 would be an issue.
I mean, the
Earthquake
best
is also 100.
The best situation would be you put Dampy out there, you Shadow Force,
yeah.
it Trick Rooms, and then it does something while you're not there.
I guess my defense for Dampy is way better, too.
Yeah, Dampy's got some EVs now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like pretty solid. I think the thing that really killed your
let's do it.
Your legendary in the run with the Elite last time.
It was a counter. It was Mirror Coat.
Yeah, it was Mirror Coat, and also the fact like you barely had any EVs.
Yes.
So wasn't at its full potential really. Pressure is great.
All right, let's hope it uses Trick Room right away.
That would be hilarious. It's the best possible situation is if you Shadow Force and then it Trick Rooms,
because then it's going to burn 2 consecutive turns.
Oh, payback.
Payback right away. That's interesting. Oh, please be enough to kill. If not, Dampy could be sad.
1-hit KO.
Oh, no. That's bad. Please don't pay back. It's going to pay back. Oh, boy. Here we go. I believe in you, Dampy. You got this.
100 power.
Oh.
Super effective 100 power, and you could take 3 of those.
Okay, I'm just gonna steamroll him now.
Yeah.
I am no longer afraid of this team. The biggest thing I'm afraid of is Metacham, and I'm neutering its fighting type anyway. So. Oh yeah, it had Reflect on. I forgot about that.
Did the Reflect just wear off?
It just wore off.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
So it would have one hit.
I think so. I think Shadow Force is physical.
It sure looks physical.
Espeon.
If that's not a physical move, but the animation is sliding the Pokemon at...
Yeah.
Then that's like a bad choice.
That always seems silly. There are a very small... I think there's like 2 special moves that are contact. Espeon. Straight Psychic. I'm trying to remember. I think it does learn...
It's funny that 2 of them swapped out for an Evolution.
Yeah, that is very interesting. You know what? I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna roll with this because we have just determined that Dampy is a massive tank.
Tanky as fuck.
It took less than a quarter of its damage off of a 100 power super effective move.
Yeah. So effectively 150.
Yeah, very little is actually going to be.
Actually, was it stab?
No, 200.
Too?
It wasn't stab.
Okay.
But it was super effective, so 200.
200,
essentially.
but not 300.
Not 300. 300, but yeah, if it was dark type, then it'd be 300. And it did that little, so Dampy is in a great position to just kind of walk all over these dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's...
Shadow Ball, you sneaky little fuck. Okay.
I mean, one of the most common things for Psychic Pokemon to have for coverage is Ghost moves.
Yeah, Shadow Ball in particular is a pretty common one, or Dark Pulse as well. All right.
Oh, you might have a Shadow Ball, but I have the Shadow Force.
There we go. Feeling good. Oh, and it's a crit, too. Even better. All right.
Well, here's your praise, Dampy. Or Dampé.
Dampé.
Goblin Hole.
I think in Majora's Mask it doesn't get the it does not get the accent.
Accent aigu. En français, accent aigu. I don't know what you would call that one. I don't know what the accent marks are called in Spanish.
In Spanish, I don't know. I know them in French.
But I know that one shows up all the time in Spanish. That particular accent mark.
My big issue here is if it uses Future Sight. Though, if I'm smart, I can be in Shadow Force when that happens.
Yep.
Problem is, I really should heal on this turn. But I don't think anybody else should come out against an Alakazam. So I think I'm just going to sit here, full restore. We'll see what it does. And then Shadow Force. And then I'm going to have to Elixir because I'm running out of stuff here.
I bet I know what it's going to do.
I mean, realistically, I almost imagine it's going to Nasty Plot first just to get even scarier. But
possibly.
Let's... yeah. Oh, boy. I hope it... Oh, God.
Less and less of these Pokemon have been doing their setup stuff.
I'm a little worried that this thing's going to have fucking Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, but nasty plot. Okay.
Increased specials.
Sadly, it's probably faster than me, which does mean though that once I take that first hit, man, I wish I did have another ghost move that was single turn hit, but
yeah.
Let's do it.
Dazzling Gleam.
Shit. This could be a problem. Oh boy. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
A crit would have killed Dampy right there.
Yep.
All right. My worry is, does it have a move that hits in semi-invulnerable? No. Okay, good. Some moves can hit during moments like that, and those scare me.
Yeah. I feel like most of them override specific invulnerable moves, not all invulnerable moves.
I don't remember.
It's like Earthquake can hit you when you're digging.
Yeah, that one's a specific one. There's a few...
There's one that can hit you when you're up high.
Yes. There are a few... I think Swift and Swift-like moves will hit regardless of other circumstances like that. I don't recall, though. I would have to go back and look. Gallade.
Here's the other change.
Is that Psychic and Steel?
No.
Oh, wait, no. Fairy Steel?
No.
No, what the fuck? What is its types?
Psychic and Fighting.
Psychic and Fighting, right.
This is the replacement for Metachan.
Interesting. I'm surprised they replaced Metachan. That seems weird. I'm tempted to just stay out here.
Because Pure Power is scary. So
Pure Power, Medicham is maybe the Pokemon that scares me the most in like the entirety of Pokemon. I might stay out here, though it probably has like Swords Dance, which is not going to be good. But if I'm hitting fast, I mean, I'm going to neutralize its fighting type unless it has whatever the fuck the ability is, that Mold Breaker. And even if it does, I'm not weak to fighting, so it's not like that'd be a problem specifically. Yeah, I think I'm going to heal, see what it does, and then I'm going to have to Elixir and then heal again, which is irritating. But
Gallade has either Steadfast or Justified for abilities, so you don't have to worry about Mold Breaker.
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly not worried about it. If anything, I would almost prefer it did have it just to waste its ability. Yeah, we're going to stay out here. All right. Yeah, Psychic Fairy, I think, is Gardevoir nowadays. Let's full restore and see what the fuck we're up against here.
What move is he going to use against... What are you... Ghost Dragon?
Ghost Dragon. Psycho Cut. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm happy that I can freely use my...
Is that... That's a 70 power. Okay.
I got...
God, this has terrible moves, actually.
That's fantastic to hear.
This Gallade is not set up for this fight in particular.
Good. Psycho Cut again,
Yeah.
and it missed.
It's basically just going to Psycho Cut at you.
Sounds good. I'm down for that. Yeah, Shadow Force. And it's faster, which means I'm going to get... Yeah, so now I can just freely do this and not worry about it unless it's got a move that's actively lower priority. Which is possible. It might have counter, but it doesn't. Okay.
No, it's just going to Psycho Cut again.
Sure.
It's not going to try and throw a close combat at you.
Yeah, it's not going to use normal or fighting because it knows I'm Ghost, I assume.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Ghost doesn't like Ghost moves, right?
Yeah, Ghost is weak to Ghost.
So I don't know why it didn't use Shadow Sneak. Although it's weaker.
It's weaker, but it's also priority. So, like, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and... Super effective means that it gets up to 80.
Yeah.
Whereas Psycho Cut is 70. Is that super effective as well, or... No, that was just normal effective.
Which one?
The Psycho Cuts.
Psycho Cut was normal effective, I think.
Yeah, so those have been 70 power, and Shadow Sneak would have been 80 power
better,
and improved priority. It was already faster though, so.
Yeah. Okay.
It was, way less concerning than it could have been.
Yes.